Item number F6, discuss, consider entering into a contract with Payne Industries for surveying related to the proposed 2019 annexation. Mr. Johnson?
Mayor and council, Payne, is the same, Payne Industries
Short visit.
is the same, surveyor that we used, last year. I know we just barely got done wrapping up an annexation, but this, again, is part of the 3-year plan, for the city, as a philosophy. And true to form, senators, congressmen are already submitting bills for consideration in this legislative session. And sure enough, one of the bills that has been presented is that there will no longer be a tier 1, tier 2. Everybody is subject to an election prior to annexation. And so if the city is considering doing another annexation, we've got to push before that bill becomes active, if it passes. But given the last legislative session, there's obviously some support for such an action. Our hope is that if it does pass in the state, that it won't become active until September 1st, giving us time to work on an annexation in the meantime. The contract that Payne is proposing is in the amount of $140,000, which is a little bit more than what we paid last year. However, it includes more land and more tracts, areas that have to be addressed. And so it is more work on the part. And so I am recommending to you to accept a contract with Payne Industries in the amount of $140,000.
Let me just go back to something you said about any other annexation. This is still within the percentage that we can do because
It
of
is.
banking previous years.
Yes.
We did not annex.
That's a very good point. And so we're allowed to annex up to 10% by size per year. But the law also allows for, if you haven't done it in previous years, that you can do it up to 30%. And going back decades and decades, we have not done annexations. And so really we could continue to do this for probably for the next 5 or 6 years and at that 30% to play catch up. Also additionally, as previous annexations goes into that number, and so 30% of a larger area. But yes, you're exactly correct, Mayor, that we are allowed 30% banking it from the previous years.
And I know that some people are out there opposed to it, you know, and that we're trying to flex our muscle, or the city's muscle, to absorb land and steal land, which is not the case. We're doing it properly, but we need to do it to expand. We're out of room, again, as I said last time. We're out of room inside the city limits. We need to grow, and this is a legal way of doing things, and we're abiding by it. You know, so just to tell people, you know, let them know that we are doing it right, and we need it. You know, there's no other way around it in order for us to grow and continue to grow. We're out of space inside the city.
That's an excellent point, and annexation does not mean that you're giving your land to the city.
Mm.
That's not it at all. It means that you're brought into the boundaries, it does mean that you're subject to the same laws and ordinances as other citizens of Pecos, but it also means that you're receiving all the benefits. And that's the part of the reason that we look at annexation, is because everyone that's on the fringe and is receiving the benefits of living in Pecos without living in Pecos, they're free riders, and we want to make sure that they're paying their fair share for the services that they're receiving from
For
us.
another clarification, I know someone was told that the property was gonna get annexed and they're gonna have to sell all their animals, they could only have 2 dogs. That is not correct either.
Right.
Property stays with the same use it's being used as until
Right.
it changes later.
Until it changes use or gets developed. And as we learned in the last annexation, development agreements are available to anyone who has an agricultural designation currently. If they are in the process of developing it, you know, whatever is in the process prior to the annexation is allowed to continue to fruition. But any changes after the annexation are what triggers them being brought in under the
further discussion?
I make a motion to approve the contract with Payne Industries for surveying related to the proposed 2019 excavation at the amount of $140,000, presented by Supervisor.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Councilman Moroni and a second by Councilman Morales to approve entering into the contract with Payne Industries for surveying for the proposed 2019 annexation in the amount of $140,000. That's up to that amount?
That is the amount, and so that's guaranteed.
Guaranteed amount, okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed like sign. Let the record show the motion carries.